If you think about it, death is not the worst thing that can happen, but to stop living is. What I mean is that we are waiting for the perfect moment, constantly conditioning. If I lost weight, if I were prettier, he wouldn't have left. If I were better, I would get into uni or get a job. If I were rich, I could do fun things and wouldn't stay at home. And since we think we are not ready to live right now with what we have, we are postponing living, so we stop living. He would die for her, but could he make her want to live? And not even about him, what could she do to live here and now, not waiting to become someone? I asked myself, after sitting in a dark room, feeling like a failure, because a few months after graduation, I still couldn't get a job. And I was distracting my brain by coming up with scenarios, because I could watch Netflix or read a book, but after hours spent in front of the screen, adjusting my CV, I just wanted to close my eyes and not to think about anything. I mean, like think, but not about job hunting. And that's how the story of the prince, son of the east wind who fell for his classmates, was born. Because she was constantly conditioning her life, thinking she would only be respected when she mastered all four elements. And she started isolating herself to avoid being asked about her progress, seeing her worth only in what she did. And when I think about it, from a very young age, I was taught, programmed, that you're only worthy as much as the school you go to or the job you have. I thought I would only be worthy if I got into this very prestigious school and only be respectful if I had a great job. I can only leave the house with perfect makeup, and I will only deserve love when I'll become the best version of myself. But if I'm honest, I wasn't trying to do those things for myself. Like when you're applying for the job, and I'm an expert at this point, they always ask, what are your preferred pronouns? And I realized my pronouns were always if, I, they would. If I had more money, they would accept me and I could go with them for holiday. If I was smarter, they would respect me and not shout at me anymore at school. So whenever I was changing or doing something, I was doing this for other people. And in some ways, I became the best version of myself. You know, like I mastered many qualities, but damn, like this girl, she's so boring and she's so fake. I don't want to be my best anymore. I want to be my favorite. Like someone who is not waiting for the perfect moment to come. Someone who is just living here and now. Because I want to enjoy the process. I feel like the biggest scam when you're younger is when they don't teach you that it's okay to fail. So I feel like now I want to enjoy losing as well and being rejected. I'm not saying it's easy. Of course it's not. But at this point, what I'm doing with job hunting is acting as I was 16 again and being obsessed with this one guy, chasing after him. And I can tell you one thing, babe. Desperation never looks good on a pretty person as you. Like, never. You're too pretty to doing this. But yeah, I mean, like, we are all guilty of this. Until 20, and like when you're at a university, you're learning. But after that, you have to start unlearning. What I mean is that we learned so many things in our lives, but now we have to unlearn it because we have so many bad beliefs in our heads. Less conditioning, more creating. You're a young kid, you just like doing things, you just like creating, and that's a life force to create. I always have this high achiever mindset that I have to go, I have to be perfect, blah blah blah. So I went to the best high school possible, and everyone would always see me and be like, wow, you're going to this high school, that's amazing. After being in this great high school, I didn't get anywhere because I screw up with my exam. It was like my biggest downfall. Like, people always criticizing Rory Gilmore that she had a downfall, but I'm like, bro, that's exactly what happened to high achiever when they finally hit the wall. And I stopped seeing my friends and people because everyone was constantly talking about the future plans. I deleted all of my social media because I couldn't stand. The only question someone would ask me was, oh, so where did you get in? What are you going to do next? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. Like, I didn't know. And I felt like a biggest failure because if not the university, what else? My grandma always told me that I need to get a degree because it's the only guarantee of having a happy life. But I think the older you get, you start realizing it's not exactly the truth. Like, you need money. And whoever said money is not giving you happiness, they were lying. I mean, like, of course, money is not the most important thing, but it helps so much because you can go somewhere. I finally got into my dream university. So I was studying and I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that I could do it because then I also got a really good job. But at the same time, it also showed me that there is always price for the money because you're getting the money, but you're also paying with something else. Like, you're paying with your time, you're paying with your mental health, you're paying with your expectations. So this is why also, even though I feel like a failure right now that I don't have this job, part of me is also like, okay, but for now you at least have a freedom of time. You're still doing the part-time job, but you have the freedom of time. You can go outside when it's snowing and where it's sunny, like, you can do it. So instead of only focusing on the bad sides, can you focus also on the good sides? Which is not easy though. So I'm trying to focus on the good side. But at the same time, there is the other part of my brain saying, yeah, okay, like, you have this, but you're not earning enough to do everything you want. Like, you cannot go visiting your friend to Canada or to a different country in Europe. Like, you cannot do it. You even barely can go out with your friends because they're always like, let's go for drinks, let's go for food. With the prices right now, it's crazy. I'm still earning money and I'm trying also to save and be responsible with money, so I can go out, and I'm trying to do it still. But at the same time, I stopped doing things. But I forgot the most important thing. Even when you don't have enough money or prestige or whatever, you can still enjoy the life. I can't go to spa or massage, whatever, but I can spend money on a few good quality cosmetics that can help me take care of my skin, and also have a spa night at home. I don't have to go for a fancy dinner with my friends, but we can make a fun dinner together. Because people who truly love you, they want to spend time with you. And of course, it would be great to also have adventures and going for them. But when I was earning more, when I was working during college, I would pay for my friends. I would be like, okay, I'm buying you this because I just want you to experience that. And now my friend was like, I just want to spend time with you. Go out for a dinner with me. You're gonna pay me dinner in a few years when you're gonna have more money. I just want to spend time with you. At some point, I was like so tired of, again, sending CVs. So I started rereading Nietzsche. And he who has to be a creator in good and evil truly has first to be a destroyer and break values. If you want to create, you need to change things. You need to condition, but not yourself, but condition like the environment, in the sense that, okay, if I want to create, I can break the rules. It's not like if I, they would. If I can. You know? And also, I found that my mark in the book was a letter, like a small piece of paper from my best friend. Because I went to Switzerland to visit her. And we had so many plans to travel around Switzerland, do many things. And I was so dumb. Wait, not. It's a new year. We are not saying dumb. Self-hate is over. I wasn't dumb. I was just so fast that wisdom couldn't keep up with me, or it wasn't very Ravenclaw of me. But I went to see her. I forgot that Switzerland is not in European Union. Money I would have to pay for calls and internet was much higher. And I was there for already like 1 hour, surfing, trying to find how to get to her apartment from the airport because she was at work. After 1 hour, I got a text from my operator. You have to spend this amount of money. And I cried. I cried because who I'm gonna lie to? The money was drifting away from my phone faster than Carlos Sainz singing Smooth Operator during his race. It was really big part of the money I was supposed to spend to be in Switzerland. So in my culture and my family, but I think it's in general like very cultural thing, is that if you did something wrong, you have to be punished. You have to now suffer. So in my head, okay, I did a dumb thing. I was so dumb because it was in the past. I have to stay at her place and not leave the house anymore. I can only eat crackers and eat and drink water from the sink because I do not deserve to enjoy the city. And she was like, girl, like queen, my love, come on. I just want to spend time with you. And your girl was rewarded. Because I am a princess. I get princess treatment all the time when I finally get into the better mood and in the better frequency. So universe gave me a princess treatment. And just day after, it turned out that Germany created some great promo that for €9 you could ride any train in Germany for the whole month. So yeah, we didn't explore Switzerland, but we went for many amazing trips in Germany, going for raves and just having the best time of our lives. And one day she had to stay at home, but I still was like, I'm going, like I have my free train and I can go to the forest, which is also for free and I can enjoy. And she left me the note that I'm so happy you're here. I bought you some snacks so you didn't starve yourself because you enjoy the blast. Relax at the lake. The amount of love, like it's amazing. I'm so freaking blessed. So even when I'm losing, I'm winning. And it's really difficult to see it. Like a few days ago, I was just crying and I was devastated. And one of my coping mechanism is writing stories because that's what I love to do and creating stories in my head. But also, so I was creating the story of the East Wind Prince. But then also I was watching the Kdrama Lovely Runner. And again, they both would die for each other. Like literally. They would die in every timeline, which we love because top tier of drama. But more importantly, they were also ready to not stop living, to enjoy this life, to like she couldn't move, like she had accident, but because of him, she still wanted to go and experience things. And you know, I'm so blessed because I have legs, I can walk, I can just walk outside right now. And she couldn't, but she still was thinking of, like, she wasn't thinking, okay, if I could walk, my life would be better. She was like, okay, I cannot walk, but what I can do with my life right now. That's what I started to think about Prince of the East Wind. They have powers, you know? She can control the elements. She can use the magic of water. And he can use the magic of the wind. And he can uplift her. And you can call me a hypocrite because I'm still conditioning my love life that only if I would become like higher version of myself, I can meet someone with whom I would like to create my life. But at the same time, I feel like this Prince of East Wind is a great metaphor for what I want in this life. I want to break free, that I want to be uplifted, I want to feel light, I want to go up. But you can grow even in this specific condition you are right now. So this year, I only have a wallpaper with two of my biggest inspirations, so Barbie and Jackson Wang. He is a creator in the best sense of this word. And Barbie, like bro, like she literally created a new reality for her. She painted the whole new life and she could free herself from the freaking bad environment. That's the point, like more creating. You don't have to be good at it. Like, I'm not super good at singing, I'm not super good at drawing, I'm not super good at making videos, but I feel so alive when I'm doing this. And of course I want to earn money. I want to have money because money can help you live your life. It's a tool. I want them. And they love me. I love money. Money loves me. You deserve to enjoy your life. You don't have to wait to become someone who you think people would like to see and be. You don't have to wait for a better job. You don't have to wait for better uni. You don't have to wait for more money. You can still do many things. And I know there are many different conditions, like especially here, but also if your external environment is terrible, like, if we have war, if we have poverty, it's super difficult. But that's why I also say that if someone wants to help you, take it. Because yes, in general, it's us who needs to save ourselves. But to be honest, if I didn't have so many people around me who helped me at some point, I would never be here. Don't feel guilty about it. And be creator. You are the creator. I send you a lot of love and peace of mind. Kisses.